And now sending them off. And they're away with Corbiere from Flagstaff and Puckafella as they run down this sharp incline towards the left-hand bend that'll take them up the hill towards the first of the 22 fences. And Captain John, certainly one of the shortest prize favourites in Welsh Grand National history, if not the shortest. Only 6 favourites have won in the 30 post-war runnings before today. And the average odds of the winner, incidentally, 8.5 to 1. And Puckafella taking him along from Flagstaff, whose lad, David Rossiter, has won the prize for the best turned-out horse given by the sponsors. Colonel Christie's up there on the outside with Corbiere, then Bridge Ash and Pilot Officer and Peaty Sandy, then Captain John, then comes Spring Rocket and Royal Judgment at the first. And all safely over it and racing towards the first of the ditches now. Puckafella on the outside of Flagstaff, then Bridge Ash and Corbiere. Then Captain John, who jumps right up on the outside to almost join Puckafella there, but Robert Earnshaw restraining him at this point, although he jumps that very fast and neatly and pretty well jumps himself into the lead, in fact, right over on the far left. But although Puckafella's taking it up again. Puckafella from Flagstaff nearest to us, between horses Corbiere, then Captain John on the outside, Bridge Ash on the near side, Pilot Officer, Colonel Christie, Peaty Sandy, Spring Rocket and Royal Judgment. As they come to the 5th, Puckafella, Flagstaff, Captain John on the outside, Spring Rocket just a little bit slow at that one. The 6th comes very close. Puckafella, Flagstaff, Corbiere, Captain John, Bridge Ash on the inner. And a long run now to this left-hand swing towards the straight. And when they reach it, they'll face up to fence number 7. Puckafella, just the leader, closely grouped in behind him. Flagstaff, Corbiere, Bridge Ash, and Pilot Officer Colonel Christie. Captain John has been dropped back behind Colonel Christie. Then comes Spring Rocket, Peaty Sandy, and Royal Judgment. Coming to the first in the straight on the first circuit now. Number 7. Puckafella, Flagstaff, and Bridge Ash. From Corbiere in 4th, and close behind them, Colonel Christie, Pilot Officer. This is the 2nd of the ditches. Puckafella lands in the lead from Flagstaff and Corbiere. Slight mistake by Corbiere there. Captain John towards the far left of the picture as they come to the 9th. Puckafella, Flagstaff, Bridge Ash, Corbiere, Captain John, Pilot Officer Colonel Christie, Royal Judgment, Peaty Sandy. This will be the second last next time. Number 10, Puckafella. Captain John on the near side, between horses Corbiere, over on the far side Flagstaff, then Pilot Officer, then Bridge Ash, and Spring Rocket and Peaty Sandy. Little peck there by the favourite, just nodded over that one, Captain John. So as they pass the winning post with another complete circuit, very tightly grouped, Corbiere, Puckafella and Flagstaff. From Colonel Christie, Pilot Officer, Spring Rocket, Peaty Sandy, Captain John, Bridge Ash and Royal Judgment. All 10 still standing and going well within themselves at this stage with another complete circuit in this 3 miles, 6 furlongs, Coral Welsh National. Swing left-handed once again. Puckafella from Flagstaff, then Pilot Officer and Corbiere, then Bridge Ash and Peaty Sandy going up on the outside of Colonel Christie, then Spring Rocket. One from last is Captain John, and last is Royal Judgment. Still quite a long run to fence number 12. Another plain one before the next ditch. Pacafella in the lead from Flagstaff, Corbiere, pilot officer, Colonel Christie and Peaty Sandy, Captain John on the outside. A little bit slow Royal Judgment there. Bridge Ash has dropped back to last. Pacafella, as they come to the third ditch, Captain John lands in the lead there. He made very swift progress between those two fences. It's Captain John with Peaty Sandy close behind him as they jump the 14th. Captain John from Peaty Sandy, Pacafella. Colonel Christie's a faller there. The Colonel has gone. He's up on his feet all right. John Snaith just getting to his feet. Colonel Christie looks all right himself. Coming to the water now. Captain John lands in the lead from Peaty Sandy and Pacafella, and then comes Flagstaff, then Pilot Officer and Corbiere close, then Spring Rocket and Royal Judgment, and finally Bridge Ash as they race towards the 16th. Captain John from Peaty Sandy, last year's winner. Captain John lands in the lead from Peaty Sandy second, Pacafella third, 4 Pilot Officer getting a bit closer to them. Then comes Corbiere and Flagstaff, and then Spring Rocket, and then comes Royal Judgment. A long way back is Bridge Ash, and this is 6 from home. Captain John lands in the lead from Peaty Sandy, Pacafella on the inside, Pilot Officer, then Corbiere, Royal Judgment making some progress on the inside, Flagstaff still well in touch and tow Spring Rocket, but Bridge Ash is virtually out of it as they swing left-handed now out of the back stretch towards the home turn. Captain John, Pacafella, Peaty Sandy. Very little between the three now. Pilot Officer coming there very strongly just in behind them. Corbiere is next, and still a wide open race. Captain John on the inside of last year's winner Peaty Sandy, and Sam Morshead bidding for a double here this afternoon on Pilot Officer very close behind him. Corbiere is 4th, 5 and 6 are Pacafella and Flagstaff, 7 is Royal Judgment, and they're coming down now towards the 5th from home. Captain John from last year's winner Peaty Sandy and Pilot Officer as they come to the 5th out, and Peaty Sandy possibly the fractional leader there from Captain John over on the far side under pressure. This is the final ditch now. Pilot Officer nearest to us going very strongly, 4 from home. Pilot Officer landed in the lead there from Captain John. They're coming down now towards the 3rd last. Pilot Officer on the near side, Captain John on the far side, Peaty Sandy between horses, very close between these 3. Pilot Officer lands in the lead from Captain John and Peaty Sandy, then comes Corbiere, and it's Pilot Officer and Sam Morshead with a clear advantage now over the 2nd last. Pilot Officer lands in the lead, Corbiere 2nd, racing down to the final fence now, and is Mercy Rymel going to train the winner of the race that her husband trained 4 times. Pilot Officer being pressed now by Corbiere as they come to the last. Pilot Officer lands in the lead, Corbiere 2nd, and Corbiere putting in a great run on the near side. It's Pilot Officer on the far side, Corbiere on the near side, Corbiere going away now from Pilot Officer as they race up towards the line. It's Corbiere from Pilot Officer. Pilot Officer is fighting back as they come to the line. It's a photo finish between Corbiere and Pilot Officer. Corbiere on the near side, Pilot Officer on the far side. For me, Corbiere has possibly just won. Peaty Sandy was 3rd. Then came Captain John, Spring Rocket behind them, Flagstaff, then Royal Judgment, and then Pacafella, and then Bridge Ash. It's a photo finish at the end of the Coral Welsh National between number 6, Corbiere on the near side, and number 10, Pilot Officer on the far side. Number 6, Corbiere, owned by Mr. B.R.H. Burrough, trained by Mrs. Jenny Pittman, ridden by Ben DeHaan, and number 10, Pilot Officer, owned by Mr. Rodney Padmore, trained by Mrs. Mercy Rymel, and ridden by Sam Morshead. 3rd was last year's winner, number 5, Peaty Sandy. A very close finish indeed between these two.